All right, so on the social media fast, um, thinking about this for this go around and other times I've done something like this. First off, I rarely use social media. Uh, I tend to, maybe once a week for work, I'll get on LinkedIn or Facebook to check things for work, but I really don't engage with social media much on a regular basis. I do stream TV shows and movies and music quite a bit. Um, and then I guess just thinking through how does this affect me, I realized that the predominant reason I stream TV shows or movies it's essentially chasing a dopamine hit. I will often do it at night, so have a long day, get the kids in bed finally, and I will stream some random TV show just to have something on in the background and half work, half watch the show. And that typically is just to give me a feeling of relief. It's like a facade that I'm doing something of enjoyment while I'm still keeping up with the stress of my workload. So it obviously, has the benefit of that little dopamine hit. It's there. I feel better watching a show while working at night than working and not watching anything. But the problem is that negatively impacts. It's like a snowball where I will stay up too late watching a show and then I don't get good sleep. I'm not able to wake up early to actually be productive and get the work done. So my mental health suffers, my physical health suffers, and my productivity suffers. Whereas if I just went to bed early and didn't watch anything and didn't work, then I would be able to wake up early, feel refreshed, have better physical health, and be more productive. So that was that experience. And then for digital streaming, that was an interesting one where I pretty much have digital streaming on constantly. So if I'm waking up and driving, we will, listen to whatever in the car, and then while I'm working, I have something streaming in my headphones all day. And I found that listening to the radio or just, if something's on in the background at work, then that's fine. It was something about like the choice. Like I didn't have to choose what I was listening to. There was more rest and more peace in that. So I'm not sure if that's a digital thing with like if you want to get into like EMF theories of electromagnetic frequencies being constantly pushed into my head all day. Maybe that caused less stress. I don't know. Maybe it was just the simple fact that I'm just choosing, or I'm not choosing what I'm listening to, other than a radio station. But both of them led to overall more peace, rest, and just a better state. So how does this tie into a doctrine of humanity? I don't know that I'm not really sinning, I don't think, in what I'm watching or listening to, but I think just the overall state of mind and my spirit doesn't, it's not healthy when I'm streaming constantly. And ultimately that leads to more anger, bad decisions. I'm not focusing on God. I'm not in a rested state and relying on God's wisdom. I'm relying on my own wisdom and chasing dopamine. So that in and of itself, I would probably call sin. So there's that. And then, I'm just overall less stressed, and I think more human, more human without it. Other than I think there's a place where I can have an intentional time, maybe on a Saturday night where my family and I are going to watch a movie, or maybe it's a date night. We went out and had dinner, and then we watched a movie together. Like that feels like a positive thing. But the problem is 90+% of the streaming is not that. So very interesting experiment, and I will plan to keep incorporating that in my life.